Yo, Kyle Lowe here, and these are the Atoms and MKBHD shoes. Now, I'm like a year behind on this because I only buy shoes when I need them. And in fact, I try to keep two pairs of shoes nice. I try to alternate them, wear one pair of shoes one day, wear the other pair to let them kind of bounce back. That's just something that my siblings who are runners said. But my Hokas that I've had for the last year or so are starting to get a little hole here. Can you see my finger coming through? These have been relatively comfortable shoes, but you know, I've had them for just over a year. Oh, there's a hole on this side too. It's just where they bend, you know? So I figured I needed another pair of black shoes, and I was feeling like I should go back to some high tops. So I wanted to see these. Now, these are all sold out in my size in the black and red variant, but I think they had a white bottom, and that's just really hard to keep clean. So honestly, these probably would have been the ones I would have picked anyway, the all black variant. That's interesting. They keep on the outside of the tongue is where they say the size. So these are men's 10.5, and oh, those are very stretchy. I've never had shoestrings. Oh, hit myself in the face. That stretchy. But I figured this video could be my first impressions, and I'll wear these for a week or so, and I'll come back with my impressions. Granted, again, there's not a lot of options left on the website. They're kind of picked over because they have been out for a year, and now there's a low top variant, and those are the ones with a lot of options. But I wanted to wear these. You know, I'm not a sneakerhead. I'm a practical guy. I wear shoes every day. I don't take like amazing care of them. I don't like clean them off when I get home or anything. And I just buy new shoes when I need them, but I wear them down first. I maybe once a year, maybe once every other year, I'll buy a pair of shoes. Anyway, I didn't really think about how I was going to put these shoes on sitting at my desk. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah. Let's see. Can you see that? I got socks on. You don't get to see my bare toes. You gotta pay extra for that. Oh yeah, that's a good fit right there. Oh, but the springy shoelace. I don't know if I'm on board with the springy shoelace, because I need all of it to be a little bit tighter. And I'm just gonna have to pull these one by one, I guess. And somehow I already got one of them flipped over. How did that happen? Plus these are just kind of strung a little weird. But the stringiness will probably be nice for taking them off and on without retying them every time. Weird. Boingy, boingy. Do I want to lace them all the way up? Not right now. I'm not going anywhere right this minute, but I will be eventually. So that's interesting. But yeah, this one got flipped around. I don't know how that happened. And now it looks like it looks a little goofy because I didn't tighten this one. Construction wise, I think it feels pretty solid. There aren't any like loose threads. No, that's just a cat hair from Lauren's cats. Yeah, these little areas seem to be tight. Like you can see a little bit of foam poking out because I assume this was all one piece of this like fake leather. What's that called? I always forget what that's called. And then the foam, and then the inside fabric, and then they just cut it, which like doesn't bother me. But yeah, it doesn't like look like it's gonna fall apart, which is good. That's for $180 a set of shoes. You don't want them to fall apart too quick. I do like that there's a little pull on the back. But yeah, I like my shoes a little bit more snug than the default that they've given me. Okay, that's more like how I like it, tightness wise. I can still pull my foot out because they're springy. They're springy. This shoe, oh, no, I guess that stitching is, oh no, these stitches are kind of pulling or got rubbed away. No, no, there's still a stitch in there. And maybe this is, so it pulled some of the fabric underneath it, underneath those stitches. Stitches are still there. Yeah, otherwise, I think this is a pretty solid build. $180 shoe. It's not the cheapest, but it seems like it could be pretty comfy. My right leg is a little longer than my left leg, so I do have a little lift, a little insole thingy that I put under the sole of the shoe in the left foot. I've been told I'm like 7 millimeters difference. So I could pull up this sole and put a little, yeah. You can pull up this sole just fine and put my little lift in there. Oh, it's green. Wow, look at that. It says Atoms underneath there. It's good, good squishy, got some bounce to it, but not too, like, not moon boots bouncy, but yeah, it's got some good bounce to it. I guess like Marquez is playing ultimate frisbee in these shoes. So yeah, let's take these for a spin and let me check in and let you know what my experience has been with the shoe after a week or so. All right, let's jump ahead.
Much later.
So it's been more like a month later because my wife went into labor, but I have been wearing these shoes quite a bit more and I really like them. I also did some research on the Atoms website because I was just curious about what their other shoes were like. This is their only high top option, but it does seem that all of their shoes have the stretchy shoelace and that their philosophy is you tie your shoes once and then you just stretch them and slip them on. Now, in a high top situation, this is a little more like difficult to do. You would have to untie. I laced them up to the second from the top. I didn't do the tippy top. I think I would need to undo one more level if I wanted to keep them in that slip on and slip off mode without tying them. But the lace is like long enough to go all the way to the top. So I kind of wish they had like a shorter lace option that came with the shoes. I would have paid like $5 to $10 more to have a second set of laces that if I only wanted to go to the middle point, I could. But yeah, I am enjoying them quite a lot. I really like these reflective strips. Fun fact, if you film with a ring light, these reflective strips send light directly back to its source. So it shoots right back at the camera. It almost looks like they're glowing. That's kind of how the original Star Wars lightsaber effect was done. It was reflective tape that was supposed to spin on the lightsaber, but they ended up rotoscoping it and replacing it, but it was supposed to glow back into the camera, which is pretty cool. And is also why I bought some reflective tape. I bought this like years ago. I wanted to put this like on my bicycle and do like a homemade recreation for Swedefest of Tron and do like blue and green and red and like make the reflective tape make the bicycle glow like the light cycles. Maybe someday I'll get around to making my homemade version of Tron with reflective tape and a ring light. Back to the shoes. I do mostly like the springiness and the step. I have been like a Nike wear for so long, Nike running shoe wear for so long, so super flat bottom takes a little getting used to, like just the way my footstep sounds is a little bit different. Because yeah, with something more contoured like the Nike running shoes, or even my Doc Martens. I also have Doc Martens, you know, having like a higher heel versus something that's just like almost completely flat on the bottom is different to get used to. And then for the insoles, they're pretty comfortable. I remember Marquez saying something about having, what's it called? Plantar fasciitis, and designing the insole to not require needing extra support, a different insole for alleviating that. I guess it's a type of inflammation. So this shoe does that, but I feel more of a push on this side of my foot. I'm used to some arch support, the arch kind of pushing up, but it's also pushing up on this side, which is kind of interesting. Maybe that's an issue I have and I just haven't noticed. But it took a couple of days to get used to, but I got used to it pretty quick. I don't wear these every day, and since the baby came, I'm not really leaving the house every day. But I already tried to have a system of wearing one pair of shoes one day, letting them rest, wear a different pair of shoes every other day. So I kind of have like my everyday shoes. I have 2 sets of everyday shoes, and then I have a set of shoes that are a bit nicer. Now, if I wasn't going to be making a review about this, I probably wouldn't wear them as frequently. These would be in my nice shoes category, and only wear them here and there before they got bumped down to everyday shoe status. But I've been making a point to wear them a little bit more so that I can make this review. And I think they bounce back pretty well. The insole and the midsole bounce back when you don't wear them every single day. And I think these have stayed pretty comfortable with doing that. You can see after wearing it, there's a little bit of wear here, and I think that's gonna hold up okay. I did get this kind of dirty. I haven't like really tried to clean it, but this, you know, kind of faux suede feel stuff, I can't seem to just rub it away with my hand or a simple cloth. But I'm not really like a person who goes out and cleans their shoes. Otherwise, the materials seem to be holding up really well. I don't see any like stitching coming apart after, you know, a month's worth of wear. So that's solid. I'm very happy about that. And it's only made me more interested in trying other Atoms shoes. Maybe the low top versions of these 251s, the MKBHD shoes, or just some of their other regular low top shoes. They have them kind of in light colors. I'm more of like a just all black, simple black shoe kind of person. But yeah, I think these are working quite well. Maybe I'll do a long-term follow-up after 6 months or a year. But after just a month of using them, I'm pretty happy with the Atoms collaboration with Marques Brownlee, the MKBHD 251 high top shoes. I hope you found this video informational, or at least entertaining. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I will see you later. Peace.